Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Your Mind. This is the first of many upcoming viewer requested sculpture videos. Thank you all for tuning in. This video is actually going to be the sculpture request from a viewer, Louie Garcia. You've been badgering me in the comments to get this done, and now I hope you're satisfied, because I'm here to present to you today your request of the Giganotosaurus. Yeah, let me put the pedestal down for a second. There it is. Right off the bat. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is my sculpture of the Giganotosaurus. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look, I even got the little slit in the eyes right there. Got the stripes going down the body. Got the claws. And I had this green color that I'd wanted to use for a while. Hadn't made a green sculpture in a while. But here, let's put you up on your pedestal for a second. Let's put you in a cool pose. There we go. And let's talk about what this is. The Giganotosaurus is a genus of theropod dinosaur that lived from what is now modern-day Argentina, which is in South America. It's on the very southern end. Very southern end of South America. During the early Cenomanian age and the late Cretaceous period, approximately 99.6 to 97 million years ago. That's how long it's been. The holotype specimen was discovered in the Candeleros Formation of Patagonia in 1993. So this dinosaur was discovered fairly recently, within the last 30 years. And it was the skeleton was almost 70% complete. The animal was named Giganotosaurus carolinii. In 1995, the genus name translates to giant southern lizard. So that's what giganoto means. It's a sort of a Latin sort of semi-interpretation. And the specific name honors the discoverer Reuben B. Cardellini. A dentary bone, a tooth, and some tracks discovered below the holotype were later assigned to the animal. The genus attracted much interest and became part of the scientific debate on the maximum size of theropod dinosaurs, and a lot of people don't know this, but the Giganotosaurus is actually bigger than the T-Rex. Much bigger. Well, I mean, the T-Rex, the largest skeleton I think I found was 32 feet long, and the largest Giganoto was 40 feet long. But it's possible that they may have found more than that. That was just the research that I could find. But as you can see, it's very T-Rex in its appearance, although it has a much more triangular head with these head crests right here, eyes that are high up on the body that also look forward, and it has, as you can see, much bigger forearms. The T-Rex's forearms are not even half this size. They're tiny. And you have 3 very large claws that are meant for grabbing and tearing at their prey. And it's because you got 3 toes, heavily padded toes, to where this dinosaur could run across open terrain with ease. The Giganotosaurus was speculated to run at a maximum of nearly 36 miles an hour, which, seeing something 40 feet long run that fast on the ground, that's pretty crazy, to be honest. That's really, really cool. But the Giganotosaurus was one of the largest known terrestrial carnivores, but the exact size has been hard to determine due to the incompleteness of the remains found so far. And that's where the estimates come in, anywhere between, actually, here's the true number, 39 to 43 feet. So it's mostly speculation right now. Part of the family Gargantuan, Giganotosaurus is one of the most complete known members of its group, which includes other very large theropods, such as the closely related Mosasaurus and Gargantuantosaurus, both carnivores, by the way. Giganotosaurus is thought to have been a homeothermic, a type of warm-blooded dinosaur. So this was a dinosaur that didn't have to, it was not reptilian at all. And in fact, bird-like, because birds are actually warm-blooded. They don't have to warm their blood up in the sun to be able to move their muscles. They were able to go just like that. So they were able to basically use their energy more efficiently, and once again, they didn't have to warm up in the sunlight. And during colder times, they didn't move slower because they were warm-blooded. Very, very efficient predators. Let's see here. And with a metabolism between that of a mammal and a reptile, which would have enabled fast growth. This may have been relatively fast-moving with a calculated maximum running speed of, 36 miles an hour. It would have been capable of closing its jaws quickly, capturing and bringing down prey, and delivering very powerful bites. Now, the teeth were very different to the teeth on a T-Rex. The teeth on the T-Rex were very sort of blunt and tipped, whereas the teeth on the Giganotosaurus are actually more knife-like, with very minor serrations towards the back. And it was meant for biting and tearing. It was meant for tearing through flesh and getting every little bit off of the carcass that it can of whatever it was hunting. But the Giganotosaurus, a lot of people don't know about this. And if you saw a sculpture that I did a couple of weeks ago, actually, wow, I think that was about a month and a half ago now, I talked about a game called The Isle, where I actually made a version of the Giganotosaurus. So this is the regular version. Now that being said, there have been some changes. So this creature is no longer available in the game. But I'm going to bring it out nonetheless, just because it's such a cool sculpture. This was a creature that was initially available in the game The Isle, but with some developer... basically, there was a quarrel between the developers, and one of the developers left and took a lot of the assets with them. And so this creature is not in the game anymore. I do want to emphasize that, but it is still an amazing concept. And for me, personally, the Hypogiganotosaurus was one of the highlights and the start of one of the stars of one of the better sculptures on my channel. I absolutely love this thing. It's so insane, and look at the differences. As you can see, it has the same sort of jawline on the top, but this thing is just much bigger. It has these plate-like armor plates on its back that go all the way down its tail. And of course, it has this multifaceted jaw that just has this insane amount of teeth. And if you want to see more detail about the Hypogiga, click this video right up here. Go check that video out. This is when I initially made the sculpture, and now I have the Hypogiga, and I have what it's based on, the Giganotosaurus itself. What a cool, it's a dinosaur that more people should know about, but Hollywood and many other people haven't drawn a lot of attention to the Giganotosaurus, because the Giganotosaurus is actually much more menacing than the T-Rex that's depicted in films and movies. In fact, a lot of paleontologists say that the Tyrannosaurus was actually more of a scavenger because of its forelimbs. Its forelimbs were so small that it was very front-heavy, and it was more of a scavenger than it was a predator. Now, it was a predator to smaller animals, but it couldn't take down much larger prey. Now, once again, this is all paleontologist speculation. And once again, these colors, of course, this is totally fantasy, but this is partially fantasy. Mainly because it's a color palette that I decided to pick, and I think it actually turned out pretty good. So with that, Louie Garcia, I hope this is satisfactory to you. But you're the first of a couple of requests that I'm going to be getting to over the next couple of weeks. And with that, that concludes the video. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to leave a like down below, and remember to subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, so you don't miss the next video. I got another video that's going to be posting very soon. And with this, there's the Giganotosaurus and the Hyperendocrin Giganotosaurus. Oh, and don't forget that I also do have a PayPal.me and an Etsy store where I do sell handmade pins. I have these 3 pins for sale, including this Gargantuan pin, which I will only be making 20 of, so get them while you can. Both of those links are down in the description below. And with that, thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you to Louie Garcia for doing this request. This was actually a fun one. And especially since I already did the Hypo, and you've been requesting for a while that I do the Giganoto, and I'm happy that I was able to get to it. I hope you like it. And with that, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see all of you on the next viewer-requested Sculpture Showcase.